ATI Industries, located 10 miles east of Morgantown in Reedsville, West Virginia, is looking for driven, hard-working individuals to assist in our ever-growing business. Dedicated to leading the oil and gas industry in the inspection of drill string elements, downhole tools, casing, and rig handling equipment, ATI Industries has grown into one of the largest inspection companies in the Appalachian Basin. Servicing the greater West Virginia, Ohio, and Pennsylvania areas, ATI Industries has stayed committed to providing unsurpassed oilfield services with the highest standard of safety, reliability, and integrity to our employees, our community, and our customers. ATI Industries is located at 343 North Robertstone Way, right here in Reedsville, West Virginia. Come see us today.
Preston Memorial Hospital offers 4 locations in Preston County to complete your laboratory tests. Our friendly, qualified staff is happy to serve you in Kingwood, Reedsville, Fellowsville, and now our newest location in Brewston Mills at the Brewston Mills Medical Center, where no appointment is necessary as walk-ins are welcome on Mondays from 7 to 5, Tuesdays through Thursday from 7 to 3:30, and 7 to 11 on Fridays. For directions or questions, give us a call at 304-379-1103.
Welcome once again, everybody, to the castle here on the mountaintop in Kingwood for the annual rite of passage known as the Preston County Middle School Basketball Championships. Hi, I'm Steve Blake. My partner Terry Cochran will be with us momentarily, and we are here today to bring you coverage of something that the kids love and the parents love and everybody supports here in Preston County. Middle school basketball, competitive, fun, and an athletic event that has been going on for years. The championships here in Kingwood, brought to us this year under the tutelage of Paul Martin, who is the master of ceremonies and doer of all good things here today. And Terry Cochran is with Paul right now down on the floor of the castle, so we're going to go there right now.
Coach Martin coming here today, middle school championship day in Preston High School. 4 looks like very well-matched teams coming in here this afternoon. What I was impressed with was this skills competition that you started, and got to watch a lot of the other players from around the county do this competition. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, actually, my brother and I, Brad Martin, have been contemplating having this skills competition for several years, and last year we pulled the trigger on it. And our rationale was to make sure we had representation of all the schools in the county here at the championship, and hopefully they stay and watch the games and they shoot 1,000 shots a day in anticipation for the next year's season.
Well, I was really impressed with the kids that came out. They went through it really well, and that's a good deal. I know you have worked hard to put on this championship, and I appreciate all your time here.
Thank you. This year I've kind of moved into a new role as a school administrator at Central Preston, so this event has been sponsored for years by the County Principals Association, so I just happen to be the tournament director this year.
Well, thanks a lot, Coach. We'll be talking to you later on.
Thank you.
I'm going to take it back over to Steve right now.
All right. Thank you, Terry. And good to know that this is in the capable hands of Paul Martin, who has done so much for athletics here at Preston. We get set here for game 1 in the championship round. That's going to be the Central Preston Wildcat boys against the Brewston Bulldog boys. And both of these squads are well practiced and ready to go here. So we're going to take a quick moment here for these messages, and we're going to come right back.
Brown's Mill Grocery invites you to stop by for anything you might need. If you're looking for a quick bite, Brown's Mill has buffet-style pizza, fresh subs, and cold drinks. Fill up your tank and your car's tank, too, with quality gasoline. Snacks, cold drinks, gasoline, anything you might need, you'll find at Brown's Mill Grocery. Brown's Mill Grocery at the corner of the Dogtown Road and Route 92. We look forward to seeing you soon at Brown's Mill Grocery.
Happy New Year! Kent and Melissa with Delano's Furniture and Mattress. Celebrate the new year with us by saving big on our double-sided made in West Virginia mattress sets.
Yesterday's quality meets today's technology. A mattress you can flip. It'll last you year after year. Come experience the Delano's difference.
The Delano's difference. The Delano's difference.
We also have adjustable beds.
Coach, come in here tonight, bring your Central Preston team in. You're undefeated in the county, couple losses outside the county. You're clearly the favorite coming in tonight. How do you feel about this contest? How do you keep your kids motivated?
Well, I don't know about clearly. Brewston played us pretty tough the second time, so we did win easily the first time. Second game at their place was pretty close, so we know we got to come out and play well. If we don't play our typical game, we know Brewston can stay with us. But we do know too, the opposite of that, if we play really well, they'll have a hard time scoring with us. So this comes out if we handle it. We've had 2 good days of practice to get ready for them, so hopefully our kids are focused and can get through the excitement of this championship at Preston High. We play through that first quarter. All the nerves should be done, then we should be ready to play, hopefully.
Coach, I know you played a hard out-of-county schedule. How did that prepare you for playing in this championship game?
Well, I knew what the season had entailed for us. From the end of last year, I knew what our team would be like. So I knew we needed some challenges. So we played 6 good out-of-county games. We went 3-3 in those games. Very competitive games. Much more physical than what we typically get in the county. So hopefully that toughened our guys up, especially on the inside. So then when we came back and faced a couple of the in-county teams again, everything seemed a little bit slower, a little bit easier for our guys. So hopefully that'll carry over today. It's just something you got to do. It's not so much about being ready for Preston County basketball. I'm trying to get my guys ready to move up to Preston High. So hopefully that helps them.
I know you've been ecstatic being able to coach your sons this year, both of them on the same squad. I know that's got to be something really nice for you.
Most of the time. There's some rough moments. I think I do a pretty good job about what happens at the gym doesn't carry home, but every once in a while that's kind of hard. But sometimes it spills over that, when you're coaching your kid, they forget that you're coaching them when you're at the gym and on the bench, that kind of stuff. But for the most part, it's been a real joy. And to see Tanner playing his last game here, and a few years ago he wasn't even sure if he wanted to play basketball, and now I think he's clearly the best player in the county right now in middle school. And when it comes to the post stuff, what he does inside, we just don't have anybody else around that can stop him. And I'm just super proud to be part of that for him, just to see how he's developed. And then I hope Jared on the other part of that has a couple more years ahead of him. So.
And you also have Dylan Taylor.
Dylan's been super, and he's another kid that hasn't played basketball for very long. He was a wrestler. He comes from a wrestling family, so he wrestled all the way up to like 5th grade. So he's only in his 3rd year of basketball, so he's really, really done a lot of improvement really quick.
All right, Coach. Whistle went off. Let's go. Let's play some basketball.
Let's get it.
Back to you, Steve.
Thank you, Terry. And you heard the pride in Tony Haskell's voice for his sons and also for the rest of that team. And a good-looking group they are. But they will be challenged by the Brewston Bulldogs. And we'll catch up with head coach Charlie Royce at halftime and get his thoughts about his Bulldog squad. But right now, we get set to go to the floor of the castle for opening ceremonies. We'll have our national anthem, introduction of players, and announcements from the main man, Paul Martin himself.
The Central Preston Wildcats will be the home team for tonight's game. At this time, we'd like to ask everyone to stand. We'd like to take a moment of silence and reflection as the Preston community mourns the tragic loss of one of our students from Brewston. We stand united in our strength and extend our thoughts and our hearts to the family and friends. Thank you. And now, if you'll direct your attention to the center court, we'll announce the cheerleaders, the Central Preston cheerleaders for today's matchup. Leanna Bischoff, Juliana Bauer, Jordan Jones, Jessica Riffle, Avery Shahan, Piper Slinkebecker, Hannah Brand, Caitlin Street, Kirsten Lane, Kirsten Myers, Savannah Blosser, Lexi Blosser, Liera Rivera, Haley McKenzie, and Delaney Parker. And now, introducing on the floor for the Preston Bulldogs, number 12, Eli Ferris. Number 13, Gavin Pitzer. Number 3, Cameron Pyle. Number 22, John Bender. Number 1, Gavin Haney. Number 4, Carson Harsh. Number 21, Trevor Lemke. And now your starting 5. Number 20, Zion Serrano. Number 23, Hayden Wright. Number 11, Hunter Connor. Number 2, Ryan Rosenberg. And number 5, Elaine Wilson. Head coach of Preston, Mark Royce. And now introducing your Central Preston Wildcats. Number 33, Caden Hayes. Number 12, Brady McNew. Number 40, Chase Graham. Number 10, Nick Foreman. Number 24, Mason Cheney. Number 4, Chase Adams. Number 25, Cody Helm. Number 5, Wyatt Ollier. And now your starting 5. Number 3, Jared Haskell. Number 20, Cordell Ayer. Number 11, Dylan Taylor. Number 30, Brian Manco. And number 22, Tanner Haskell. Umpires for tonight, Dory Branoff and John Gribble, with head referee Joe Blaney. And now, all please rise for the singing of our national anthem. Oh, can you see by the dawn's early light
All right, Steve-O, it's time for some basketball.
It is indeed time for that annual contest, the Preston County Middle School Basketball Championships, and the boys will hold the court first. Terry, two good squads coming in here, giving us a day full of basketball action.
That's right. Central Preston comes in here with a tally of 13-0 in the county, 16-3 overall. But the Brewston Bulldogs were right behind at a 10-2 mark in the county, and they only lost once out of county. And we're underway. Brewston has the tip, and we'll start out up against the Wildcats, and a steal, and comes Tanner Haskell. That call goes against Lane Wilson. His first personal puts Haskell to the line.
Good free throw shooting at the outset is going to be something that both of these teams need to achieve to have the kind of success that they want. And Haskell gets us started. A couple of good-looking free throws, one make, one miss.
Taylor up against the glass, no good. Couple blocks in there by Brewston's big man, Hunter Connor. Now from outside, he drills it, Cordell Ayers. Central Preston right back with the steal, and they will take it to the line.
And you can see the kind of heavy pressure they're going to apply to every inbound play right at the outset. And immediately we're going to get a timeout in the action as Brewston wants to talk things over. And I think that's a pretty good call at this juncture, going up 4-0 that quick and getting back to the line so promptly. Maybe Brewston just needs to settle the butterflies a little bit, Terry.
I think Coach Charlie Royce, he's been coaching in Preston County for years. He knows, and he played a lot of basketball himself, so he'll calm them down. That puts Cordell Ayers to the line for Central Preston. I didn't catch exactly who they called that personal on. They're not putting it up on the board.
We'll have to keep an eye on Mr. Blaney for those calls.
Yes. Missed both of the free throws. So the score remains 4-0 in favor of Central Preston. Central in a 2-3 zone against Brewston. They're going to try to get the ball down into Hayden Wright and the big man Hunter Connor down low. Now a drive to the basket. Rebound by Connor, gets it up and on the glass, scores it. Hunter Connor, his first deuce.
Connor positioned himself well to get that second chance opportunity and made it pay off. And the Bulldogs will settle down a little bit now that they're on the board.
Taylor with a shot, but a big rebound by Haskell. Right back up with it and scores it. Call against Cordell. Brewston has the ball. 6-2 score. They're going to look into the big man. He tries to get a pass down low, but it's blocked. Out of there comes Taylor. Brings it up nice and slow, sets it up. Boom! Big shot, Briar Manco. From deep.
Manco barely ruffled the net with that one.
Serrano right back and scores it for Brewston. He took it hard to the hole that time. Put his chest in there and put it up on the glass, scored it. Find Taylor down on the blocks, up on the glass, just a little strong. And a big rebound by Wright. Back come the Bulldogs. Over the timeline.
And Brewston now can settle in, run their half-court offense here. Look for a quick cut to the basket, but they also have the ability to shoot from the perimeter.
Turnaround shot, a little long. That was by Wright. Central comes out of there, brings it across the timeline. That's Manco, sets up the offense. Taylor down on the far wing, looking for the ball. Haskell on the high post. They're going to take their time. Brewston also in that 2-2-3 or 2-1-2. Now into Haskell. Nice turnaround move. Tanner Haskell. A little scoop. Shot from deep. Rosenberger a little strong. Back into Haskell, up against their big man. Turnaround shot, in and out. Hunter Connor down with the rebound.
Connor may have changed Haskell's shot just a tad right there, as he's got the height and the ability to really get up there.
Nice job getting it down on the blocks. Couldn't score it. Good job that time by Zion Sereno. Just worked his way into the paint. Little turnaround up on the glass and gets her 6 point for Brewston. 11-6 in favor of Central Preston. Down to Haskell. Haskell couldn't score it. Hunter with the rebound. Haskell's going to get tagged with that personal. Maybe just a little bit of frustration from Tanner after he missed that easy shot.
Yeah, both of these teams have shown great composure here early, Terry, and I'm impressed with the ball security here early in this contest.
Boom! Down on the baseline. That's Lane Wilson with his first tray of the ball game. Looked very confident in that shot. Cordell Ayers say, I'll match that. 14-9 in favor of Central. Now a shot from the top of the key, and Tanner Haskell just clears that rebound. 25 seconds remaining in this first quarter. Back to Taylor. Taylor drives hard to the rim. Can't get it to go. Time running out. They're going to have to take a quick shot. A steal by Haskell. A run out the other way. Manco is fouled with 0.3 seconds remaining in the quarter, and we'll get to the line.
Doesn't get any more exciting than this, Terry.
No, great steal by Jared Haskell with time running out. Allowed Briar Manco to streak down the floor and get to the line. That foul goes against Ryan Rosenberger. That's his second. In and out. That's going to end the first quarter, Steve.
These 6-minute quarters go by quick, but they are packed with plenty of action. We'll take a fast break, and we'll be back right after this for second quarter play here in the Preston County Middle School Championship round.
Preston Memorial Hospital offers 4 locations in Preston County to complete your laboratory tests. Our friendly, qualified staff is happy to serve you in Kingwood, Reedsville, Fellowsville, and now our newest location in Brewston Mills at the Brewston Mills Medical Center, where no appointment is necessary as walk-ins are welcome on Mondays from 7 to 5, Tuesdays through Thursday from 7 to 3:30, and 7 to 11 on Fridays. For directions or questions, give us a call at 304-379-1103.
Brown's Mill Grocery invites you to stop by for anything you might need. If you're looking for a quick bite, Brown's Mill has buffet-style pizza, fresh subs, and cold drinks. Fill up your tank and your car's tank, too, with quality gasoline. Snacks, cold drinks, gasoline, anything you might need, you'll find at Brown's Mill Grocery. Brown's Mill Grocery at the corner of the Dogtown Road and Route 92. We look forward to seeing you soon at Brown's Mill Grocery.
ATI Industries, located 10 miles east of Morgantown in Reedsville, West Virginia, is looking for driven, hard-working individuals to assist in our ever-growing business. Dedicated to leading the oil and gas industry in the inspection of drill string elements, downhole tools, casing, and rig handling equipment, ATI Industries has grown into one of the largest inspection companies in the Appalachian Basin. Servicing the greater West Virginia, Ohio, and Pennsylvania areas, ATI Industries has stayed committed to providing unsurpassed oilfield services with the highest standard of safety, reliability, and integrity to our employees, our community, and our customers. ATI Industries is located at 343 North Robertstone Way, right here in Reedsville, West Virginia. Come see us today.
Back to the floor of the Castle. Terry, it's been an exciting first period and a 14-9 score. This is a close contest up and down the floor. These two teams have battled one another very, very well.
Yeah, Cordell Ayers banged in 2 big threes for Central Preston along with Briar Manco. That's got pretty much the lead for Central Preston, 14-9 right now. We're back out on the court ready for second quarter action.
And the Bulldogs got off to a little bit of a slow start, but they took a quick timeout at 4-0, settled down after that, and have made this a very competitive game.
Central Preston outscored Brewston by a score of 14-9 in that first period, but we'll see what happens. They stay in that 2-3 zone against the Central Preston Wildcats. Their main man focus is to get it into Tanner Haskell.
That one dances around on the rim before falling off. Brewston did a nice job that time of everybody staying home, guarding their responsibility and not getting flustered.
Now Haskell will take a 3 from way outside. Rebound down, taken out there by Ryan Rosenberger, and he brings it up court for Brewston. Bulldogs in their black. Central Preston in white. Shot from deep once again, number 12.
And they're looking at that. That's a long 2.
That was Ferris, his first 2 points of the game. Now Taylor with a run out. Off the rim, no good. He has not been able to get on track quite yet for Central Preston. Dillon takes a shot, just short. Here comes Brewston up the court. Run out all the way in, almost good. Trickles off the front of the rim, Ryan Rosenberger.
And that was keyed by Hunter Connor, who was in there clearing the glass down on the other end and making a good pass to set that up.
Free throw shooting has been a bugaboo for both teams so far in this contest. But Brewston gets it back. Shot taken by Ferris. Rebound out of there. Here comes Central Preston. Chance Adams in the game now for Central. They get it to Taylor. Taylor thought about it, but kicked it back out front. 14-11 in favor of Central Preston as they take their time working the ball around the perimeter, trying to get the ball deep into Tanner Haskell. Tanner working the post now. Up on the glass, no good. Rebound, White for Brewston.
And again, the Bulldogs were very composed on defense, Terry. I think they need to take a little breath here and not push too quick on the offensive end, but it's one and done once again for the Bulldogs.
.325 on a turning clock here in the second period. Into Haskell again, and he misses that little turnaround. And out of there, Rosenberger was off to the races, and they were forced to foul him. I think they might have got Haskell with that foul, Jared Haskell. No, they call it against Chance Adams, his second. They're looking to trap down on the baseline. They finally get it in. Now a shot from outside off the top of the backboard. Normally they call that out of bounds, but they let it play, so here we go. Shot from deep, Connor with the rebound. And now another call will go against Connor, or Chance Adams. That's his third personal. So
yeah, a little habeas grabus there in the middle of the floors. He was going after the ball, but got a little more of the man than he did the ball.
Coach Tony Haskell going to have to look at replacing Chance Adams. Another missed shot from deep from Ryan Rosenberger.
And as you say that, Terry, number 3, Jared Haskell, down to the scorer's table and checking in.
Let's go, Central boys!
Two minutes remaining in this second period. 14-12. Not much scoring here in the second period as both these defenses have really tightened up. Now a shot from way outside off the glass.
Into the game and making a big impact there with that tray.
And they're going to get Jared Haskell with a little grab.
Haskell doesn't waste any time. He gets in the game and he starts becoming very active on both ends of the floor here.
He's the younger of the two Haskells playing in this contest for Coach Tony Haskell. (17-11). Central has only been able to manage just one basket here in this second period. But Brewston is back at it again and outside. Ryan Rosenberger scores it. Deep. 17-14. Now Dylan Taylor takes a shot. Just in and out. He drives to the hole, up on the glass, good! Dylan Taylor wasn't going to be denied that time, Steve, as he took it straight to the paint.
Well, and that's a little more what we expected from Central as they're trying to get back into form here.
Well, they found Hayden right inside the foul line. He just didn't get the shot to go. Nanko all the way to the rim, and he'll go to the charity stripe.
Just a little bit out of position as he fired that one up. Came off the bottom of the iron, but he got the contact.
Goes against Brewston's big man, Hunter Connor. That's only his first personal.
Both of these big men have played impressively clean games for the amount of action they've had down low in the paint so far.
Get it down low. Big shot from outside. Ryan Rosenberger. And that's going to end the half.
Yeah, we come to halftime here, and Rosenberger's shot tightens things up considerably as Brewston looks to stay within striking distance of this potent Central Preston Wildcat offense. A 21-17 halftime score here in the Castle, and we'll break for these halftime messages, and we'll be back right after this here on Hometown TV.
Ed B, do you know why I stopped you? Well, your sticker is dead, wires are coming out of your tires, and I heard your brakes squealing from way back yonder. You need to get to the tire ladies, get in alignment, get the brakes put on this thing, get it inspected, and while you're there, you might as well get your oil changed. And if you don't, next time I see you, you're getting a ticket. Barney, put that bullet away.
Rainbow Tire, the tire lady takes care of me.
Become part of the family at Preston Family Pharmacy. It's not just their name, it's their philosophy. They treat you like family.
Whether you've just left the hospital or a routine checkup, make Preston Family Pharmacy your neighborhood pharmacy your next stop. The friendly professional staff at Preston Family Pharmacy will make sure that you get the time and attention you deserve for all your pharmacy needs. Preston Family Pharmacy is currently accepting all patients.
Preston Family Pharmacy, Route 7 across from Walmart, Kingwood. They'll take care of you like family.
Happy New Year! Kent and Melissa with Delano's Furniture and Mattress. Celebrate the new year with us by saving big on our double-sided made in West Virginia mattress sets.
Yesterday's quality meets today's technology. A mattress you can flip. It'll last you year after year. Come experience the Delano's difference.
The Delano's difference. The Delano's difference.
We also have adjustable beds.
ATI Industries, located 10 miles east of Morgantown in Reedsville, West Virginia, is looking for driven, hard-working individuals to assist in our ever-growing business. Dedicated to leading the oil and gas industry in the inspection of drill string elements, downhole tools, casing, and rig handling equipment, ATI Industries has grown into one of the largest inspection companies in the Appalachian Basin. Servicing the greater West Virginia, Ohio, and Pennsylvania areas, ATI Industries has stayed committed to providing unsurpassed oilfield services with the highest standard of safety, reliability, and integrity to our employees, our community, and our customers. ATI Industries is located at 343 North Robertstone Way, right here in Reedsville, West Virginia. Come see us today.
At halftime, where they'll have the finals of the skills competition, and this is really interesting, Terry. They did preliminary rounds before the matches got started here today, wrapped that up about 11:30, and now the finalists will participate in some drills here that are designed to be skill building and skill testing.
Yep. And
competitors must pass through the cones.
They got to go through the cones, dribble through the cones, Steve, and then they come down here to this end. They've got to bounce the ball into a circle that's set up against the wall. Then they run over, they take a free throw shot, make that, and then they have to sprint to the other end and make a layup, and the best time wins. Right. I believe Candace Wiles is our first competitor. Here she goes. Dribbling through the cones. Now she's going to bounce one. Misses the circle. That one got in. Free throw shot up off the rim. Having a tough time. When she was out in the preliminary, she
aced that.
She aced it. A little bit of nerves coming in here to the finals.
Back down the other way.
Misses the layup, and now she scores it. That's the end of the time. All right, here goes the finalist from Brewston.
Hayes Wiles with a time of 49.12.
49.12.
All right, that's the time to beat.
From Brewston, please welcome Kylie Bender.
Kylie Bender from Brewston Mills.
And Bender was a hard charger in the preliminaries. Good shooter and very quick through the cones.
Gets it in on the second try. Now we'll see her free throw attempt is up, in and out. Both girls struggling from the charity stripe. Now she makes it. Here she goes, sprinting down the other end. And no good on her layup. Misses again. Finally gets it to drop through. That will end the skills part.
And we'll get a time here in a moment.
With a time of 42.62, Kylie Bender.
Kylie Bender wins it with a score of time of 42.2, I believe it was, Steve.
42.62.
6-2.
Close contest. The boys skills championship will be at halftime of the girls contest coming up after the conclusion of this game. So there'll be more activity.
We got a 2-ball competition coming up now with the girls. So what they got to do in this, Steve, is there'll be two players from each team out on the floor, and they've got the team that makes the most points from these little dots they put down on the floor wins. So there'll be 2 teams against each other on both ends of the floor, and they'll try to shoot from the various dot locations that are laid down, and then the winner, the ones that tally the most points, will win this competition.
Paul Martin taking care and setting up the court here.
All right, we got the Wildcats out on the floor now.
And Katie Hennigan.
A couple girls from, I believe, Central Preston, and a couple girls from West Preston. And we're about ready to get underway in the 2-ball competition.
Timers are ready. Competitors ready.
And we're underway. Here we go. Long shots taken off the rim, no good. Now they'll try to get the most points scored. Go to different dots.
And these two teams simultaneously on both ends of the floor as we cut back and forth.
Yep. Trying to make a little sense of this for everyone.
30 seconds.
30 seconds remaining. There's a big shot from outside.
$20 seconds.
Both teams working hard to come up with the most points.
10 seconds.
10 seconds left. And that's going to be the time. So now they'll tally that up and we'll have our winners in the 2-ball competition.
And that is a very unique drill. It teaches some teamwork and virtually you have to have skills on every part of the floor
Yeah,
to be
that's right.
successful. But that's 2-ball. Had not seen that before.
No, this was all put together by Coach Martin and his brother. And we'll
In
get
second place for West Preston, Adriana Holtz and Keely Hennigan with a score of 14. And in first place with a score of 27 from Central Preston, Kendall Stiles and Alana Wilson. Congratulations, girls.
all right, you heard the winners.
Central Preston takes the 2-ball skills championship for this season. And we'll take a quick break right now.
Preston Memorial Hospital offers 4 locations in Preston County to complete your laboratory tests. Our friendly, qualified staff is happy to serve you in Kingwood, Reedsville, Fellowsville, and now our newest location in Brewston Mills at the Brewston Mills Medical Center, where no appointment is necessary as walk-ins are welcome on Mondays from 7 to 5, Tuesdays through Thursday from 7 to 3:30, and 7 to 11 on Fridays. For directions or questions, give us a call at 304-379-1103.
Brown's Mill Grocery invites you to stop by for anything you might need. If you're looking for a quick bite, Brown's Mill has buffet-style pizza, fresh subs, and cold drinks. Fill up your tank and your car's tank, too, with quality gasoline. Snacks, cold drinks, gasoline, anything you might need, you'll find at Brown's Mill Grocery. Brown's Mill Grocery at the corner of the Dogtown Road and Route 92. We look forward to seeing you soon at Brown's Mill Grocery. From humble beginnings, Stone Paving has emerged as one of the premier paving companies in the region. Stone Paving has been doing business for nearly 20 years and provides asphalt paving services to residential, commercial, and highway customers. They're pre-qualified with the West Virginia Department of Highways and have a history of meeting the most demanding schedules. Stone Paving has equipment and personnel that can complete any project, and they're committed to providing quality service at a competitive price. When you're planning your next project, call Stone Paving.
Your team down 21-17 at half, but your bigs are playing really well down low tonight. What do you got for them here in the second half?
Well, I think we're going to try to do a little more, get the ball to the bigs underneath. I think that's the thing. We're shooting from outside and making a few of them, but we have the height inside. We need to utilize that more. So we're trying to get the ball inside to the big guys.
Looks like they're going a lot to Tanner Haskell down low. You're going to have to put Hunter on him pretty tight and try to stop that.
Yeah, I keep telling him, 45 him, get around there, deny that pass in. But Tanner's doing a good job of backing him out and keeping him away from him.
I just want to tell everyone to commend this guy right here, because at the beginning of this season, Brewston didn't have a coach. He wasn't going to coach. He stepped up and took over that team so that they would even have a coach at the boys level this year, and I commend you for that, Charlie.
Thank you. Thank you.
So have a good second half in this championship. Good luck.
Well, thank you very much.
Back to you, Steve.
All right. Thank you, Terry. And as you heard right there, some adjustments being made by the Bulldogs for the second half. And Coach Royce, he knows exactly what he needs his team to do. It's a matter of execution here, and the first thing he's got to do is he's got to keep them calm and under control. When they play within the bounds of their own control and play at their speed, at their tempo, the Bulldogs were very successful in that second period. they've got the ability to put that ball up from long range too, Terry. So although they like going down inside with it or looking for an open cut to the basket for Serrano, they can shoot from outside, and that has kept them in striking distance here with the score 21-17 heading into this third period.
Yeah, they played even with Central Preston here in that second quarter. They both scored 7 points. So, they closed the gap a little bit. Central outscored them 14-9 in the first period, and that's the difference in this ball game, 21-17. Brewston will have the possession here starting out the second half.
And with this game close, they can be patient, play their game, but a little bit of a mistimed pass there gives Central an unforced turnover.
Now Dylan Taylor trying to get on track. Just too strong with his shot.
Ball will remain with the Wildcats under the offensive board.
Haskell from the free throw line misses a shot, but a big rebound by the big man, Hunter Connor.
Connor stayed with that, took a couple of different attempts to get to that ball, secured it, got his team off and running, but again, having a hard time entering that pass in.
Now Taylor with a chance at one end, but cleaned up down low is Tanner Haskell. First points here in the third period. Now Hunter cleans up the rebound on the other end and scores it for Brewston.
And that's a big putback for Brewston.
They got to stay with Central. They can't let them.
Now the biggest lead has been 7, and that didn't last very long, but they can not afford to let Central build any kind of a 7, 8, 9 point advantage here. It'll be too big a cushion to overcome.
Now a shot from number 20, Cordell Ayers. Shot from deep, no good. That was Rosenberger off the mark. Out of there comes Taylor, brings it up. He drives hard, looks for Haskell right underneath. What a pass. Taylor to Haskell.
That was really well executed that time by Central.
We got a timeout call by Coach Royce. He snuck it in there on Tony Haskell. Good job.
Well, Coach Haskell came up off his seat quickly because he thought there was a foul being called where one was not warranted, and he quickly jumped to the defense of his player. The official said, no, we got a timeout, Coach.
Yep.
Sent him back to the bench with a shrug. But again, well-placed timeout by Coach Royce, because in the first period, when the game just started, they needed a timeout for the Bulldogs to settle down, square their shoulders, and get back in the contest. Right here with the Wildcats breaking out to this 27-19 lead with just 3:47 remaining in the third period. It's the same thing, Terry. He gets these guys over in a group, reminds them of what they came here to do, settles them down, tries to get them refocused.
All right, Brewston Bulldogs down 27-19. They're going to have to start putting up some long-range shots or get it down low to Hunter. And they did that time, just a little bit strong, comes off the far side of the iron. Central Preston up over the timeline. Taylor looking for Haskell now. He's going to fire one up from 3, no good. Oh, and a big block down low as Taylor tried to drive into the paint. Call goes against Brewston for a travel, I believe.
And again, they were going just a little bit quicker than they needed to.
Now down at the other end. Hunter Connor goes on the floor, and that call's going to go against Tanner Haskell, his second personal. Puts Hunter to the line.
All started back on the other end with a big rebound by Hayden Wright. We talked about free throw shooting being important for both of these squads. It's become doubly so now for the Bulldogs to get points with the clock stopped.
Taylor drives down to the baseline, kicks it back out, and they work it around the perimeter against this 2-3 zone. Shot from outside. Another rebound. Pulled down by Connor. Brewston one and done. They cannot get that second shot to go in. Now a run out the other way. Rosenberger takes it up to the hole, puts it on the glass, no good. Cleaned up down there by number 5, Lane Wilson.
Needed a little help and got it there.
Good job by Wilson to be Johnny on the spot.
And the Bulldogs have this back to a 4-point contest now. They've got to focus and continue doing what they do best.
Brewston gaining in confidence. Taylor thought about driving, didn't go anywhere, turned around, kicked it back out front.
Central can be patient here, Terry.
That shot by Haskell was bouncing around on the rim, just didn't want to go down through the silk, Steve.
Bounced around high in the air there, came off out to the right, and last touch by one of the Bulldogs.
But back comes Briarmanco from way downtown. Now they're going to get Rosenberger with a push-off.
Manco deadly when he can spot up like that and have time to line up his shot.
Yeah, you give Briar an opening, and it's kind of a set shot. He's deadly. You're right about that, Steve. Don't give him any space.
Inside 50 seconds here in this third period.
Shot from outside. Oh, it rattled around. I don't know how that one didn't go down the chute. Taylor driving in, and he gets it blocked, but they're going to call a blocking foul on 23. Hayden Wright, which puts Dylan Taylor to the free throw line. It's only Dylan's third point of this game.
Yeah, he's been rather quiet here throughout the contest, doing things away from the ball. But stepping up here now, these free throws very, very big for Central at this point because they provide a little bit more of a cushion.
Dylan normally averaging 12 points per game. He's right behind Tanner Haskell, who averages 14 for Central Preston. 32-23. Time running out here in the third period. Call against Dylan Taylor. Blocking foul. It's only Dylan's first personal, so he's good shape on fouls. But Preston throws it out of bounds. Turnover. Bulldogs. They don't need that to happen as time is running out in this third period.
Yeah, Central can come down here now confident that they can move this ball around the perimeter and put up a last shot and get out of this period with even some additional points.
I believe that was Haskell. I'm not 100% sure Tanner Haskell scored that. 34-23, and we're out. Steve coming back for our final period right after this. ATI Industries, located 10 miles east of Morgantown in Reedsville, West Virginia, is looking for driven, hard-working individuals to assist in our ever-growing business. Dedicated to leading the oil and gas industry in the inspection of drill string elements, downhole tools, casing, and rig handling equipment, ATI Industries has grown into one of the largest inspection companies in the Appalachian Basin. Servicing the greater West Virginia, Ohio, and Pennsylvania areas, ATI Industries has stayed committed to providing unsurpassed oilfield services with the highest standard of safety, reliability, and integrity to our employees, our community, and our customers. ATI Industries is located at 343 North Robertstone Way, right here in Reedsville, West Virginia. Come see us today.
Preston Memorial Hospital offers 4 locations in Preston County to complete your laboratory tests. Our friendly, qualified staff is happy to serve you in Kingwood, Reedsville, Fellowsville, and now our newest location in Brewston Mills at the Brewston Mills Medical Center, where no appointment is necessary as walk-ins are welcome on Mondays from 7 to 5, Tuesdays through Thursday from 7 to 3:30, and 7 to 11 on Fridays. For directions or questions, give us a call at 304-379-1103.
Brown's Mill Grocery invites you to stop by for anything you might need. If you're looking for a quick bite, Brown's Mill has buffet-style pizza, fresh subs, and cold drinks. Fill up your tank and your car's tank, too, with quality gasoline. Snacks, cold drinks, gasoline, anything you might need, you'll find at Brown's Mill Grocery. Brown's Mill Grocery at the corner of the Dogtown Road and Route 92. We look forward to seeing you soon at Brown's Mill Grocery. From humble beginnings, Stone Paving has emerged as one of the premier paving companies in the region. Stone Paving has been doing business for nearly 20 years and provides asphalt paving services to residential, commercial, and highway customers. They're pre-qualified with the West Virginia Department of Highways and have a history of meeting the most demanding schedules. Stone Paving has equipment and personnel that can complete any project, and they're committed to providing quality service at a competitive price. When you're planning your next project, call Stone Paving.
All right, we're back in for our final period as the Central Preston Wildcat boys lead by a score of 34-23 here in this championship game, Steve.
And they built just a little bit of a cushion there at the end of the third period, Terry. Added to it with a nice shot there as time ran out. And 34 points against this Brewston squad. Normally, not enough to put them in their place. But right now, the Bulldogs just have to, again, focus and redouble their efforts to do what they know how to do best in order to climb back into this one.
They outscore the Bulldogs 13-6 in that period. That really stretched the lead out for Central Preston. And they know that they don't have to be put up a lot of shots, but now Dylan Taylor drills it from outside.
Of course, when you have the kind of confidence that these guys do, shooting that long ball, and they've got the green light from Coach Haskell.
Hunter down on the floor, went down hard. He's going to go to the line. 37-23. That personal was on Dylan Taylor, second personal. So Hunter Connor to the line here in the fourth period. He's been good from the charity stripe. And he's good with his second attempt. Now leading 37-25. Wildcats will take their time now with a big lead. Time running out. These periods go quick.
Yeah, still 5 minutes and change to go here, but you can see Central, they will begin to take some air out of the ball with each possession.
Big block on the other side. Wow. Hunter Connor out of nowhere.
Yeah, he sent that one to the cheap seats. Unfortunately, fans at this level, you do not get to keep souvenir balls.
Haskell drives hard to the paint. Couldn't get it to go, so here comes Brewston the other way. Shot from outside deep, no good. They fight for the ball, goes off of Dylan Taylor, will go out to Brewston. Got to score quickly and often. No good. Down into Hunter. Hunter puts it on the rim. Good. Good job by Hunter Connor. They saw him down low, Steve, set up on the blocks. They got it to him up against Haskell, and he just did a little quick turnaround. He gets it back within 10. Now a fight for the ball down low. We're going to say it's off of Central. Preston out to Brewston. Still 4 minutes remaining.
Yeah, Bulldogs are battling all the way here, Terry. And they're starting to fight the clock just a little bit. And we're going to get a timeout taken.
The Bulldogs will take a timeout. Charlie Royce talking to his troops in the huddle.
Well, he's telling them, guys, we're going to have to speed it up a little bit here. Look down inside. You're 10 points down. You can still do this. You can make this happen. But you got to play hard on both ends of the floor. And the biggest thing is they've got to value possession of the ball. But surprisingly, when the game is wrapped up, the story of this one may be just the pervasive outside shooting from the Wildcats, because they have really been hot through most of this contest with their long ball.
Yeah, they've hit 6 trays in this game. Now a fight underneath. They're going to call Tanner Haskell with a personal. He thought that he had all ball and they were going to call a tie-up, but they tag him with a personal foul. So now the inbounds quickly. And a good job by Jared Haskell to create that turnover. Central with possession. 3 minutes, 40-some seconds to go. Another block down low. Hunter Connor is going to be a good asset coming up here in the middle school ranks or into the JV ranks next year. Hasn't played a lot of basketball. Coach Royce said he'd love to have had him a little earlier.
Well, that's true, but he's got great instincts, and he reads the floor very, very well. And when he stays in place defensively, he is a shot changer.
Call on the floor. And it looks like Brewston will have the ball to inbounds underneath their own basket. They're going to have to go quickly here. They're going to take some shots. Now a drive, shot up, no good. Big rebound, ball in and around and drops through the cylinder by Hunter Connor. 37-29, they close the gap against Central Preston. Now Taylor drives, and a quick foul called by Rosenberger. Taylor inbounds, gets the ball in, and a drive to the basket. And they call it good. So a great play that time by Cordell Ayers. He took it to the hole. And he goes to the line for the and one. Big free throw for Central Preston. 40-29, time running out. And a block by Tanner Haskell as Rosenberger was just a little bit out of control when he drove in.
That's a big, big, big defensive play right there for the Wildcats, as Brewston was threatening just a little to climb back in here, but the and one and that stop may make the difference here in the fourth period, Terry.
Manco drives in, gets the ball up on the backboard. He's fouled, will go to the line. Saw an opening and streaked down the center of the paint. That stops the clock with 2:17.
He's a little short with the first free throw. Got one more coming here, but would like to add to that 11-point lead.
Rebound out of there by Soriano. Rebound Taylor. Up on the glass, no good. Back comes Brewston. Little scoop shot, doesn't fall. Taylor with the rebound for Central Preston. And we get a timeout, White.
Well, we're down to the final minute 35 of this championship game. And I'm sure Tony Haskell wants to get a couple players in here, and he wants to settle his guys down. Tell them now all you got to do is be patient, boys.
We're watching the Cat cheerleaders down on the far sidelines.
Nice job by those young ladies. Cheering the Wildcats on here.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach Tony Haskell will get some of his younger players in. He's got a comfortable lead with 1:35 remaining.
And the Bulldogs have nothing to hang their heads about here today, Terry. They're trailing in this one, but for a couple of bad bounces and a couple of turnovers, this could be going the other way.
Chance Adams back in the game. Now a drive all the way in. Lays it up on the backboard. Good. Manco.
And as you alluded earlier, a lot of talent on both of these squads that will be seen at the next level. And fans here in Preston County can be excited about that.
Now I see Cody Helms in the ball game. He replaces Taylor, along with Wyatt Balliard, which is going to replace Tanner Haskell. Also coming into the game, Chase Graham, as he will replace Briar Manco. Brewston also changes out to some other younger players who waste no time hoisting one. That was Trevor Lamka. And the last but not least, we see 24 Mason Cheney in the game, replacing number 20 Cordell Ayers. Chance Adams picks up his 4th personal. Shot from deep, no good. Big rebound by Chase Graham. Steve, it's nice to see these younger players in this contest for Central Preston and for Brewston.
Well, it is, and Terry, one of the things that I find most impressive as they go up and down the floor here at a very, very fast pace. Both of these squads come in here fully prepared to play on the big floor, and we've seen in years past sometimes that the size of the floor here in the Castle, something that they're not used to, get the best of teams at times.
We got the ball down deep to Cody Helms, and he scores it in this championship game. That's got to be thrilling for him. Timeout on the floor once again.
Timeout with just 21 seconds remaining here before the Wildcats will be able to hoist a championship trophy once again.
Well, they were clearly the favorite coming in, Steve, with a 13-0 record. They've beaten Brewston twice this season. The second game was close at Brewston.
Yeah, and the Bulldogs expended a lot of energy getting past West Preston
yes,
in the semis to get here to this game. Much to their credit, they were able to overcome a pretty speedy West Preston team and make it to the final. And they've exhibited a lot of skill here today. They just kind of ran into a little bit of a buzzsaw at the end of this one.
Nice drive by Chance Adams to score it. And that's going to end it. Circus shot taken right at the end by Chance.
Yeah, nice looking. No, I think that's his specialty. Nice looking shot. I kind of wish that would have went in. That would have been the exclamation point, but the Wildcats don't need it. They've got 46. So it's a 46-29 lead and a 46-29 final score here as the Central Preston Wildcats are your 2019 Preston County Middle School Boys champions. And both of these teams, again, can be proud of their efforts all year long. And what they've accomplished and what they did to get here was a lot of hard work, and the fans appreciate it. And kudos to the fans, because we got a nice crowd out here in the Castle today, Terry, coming out here to see these guys play. In some cases, their final games at this level. In some cases, they're just getting started.
Some of the scoring for Central Preston, wow, did they do a nice job handing the points around. Cordell Ayers, Tanner Haskell both with 11, Briar Manco unofficially with 10, and Dylan Taylor with 7 round out most of the scoring for Central Preston. Jared Haskell contributed 4. Cody Helms got 2, and Chance Adams got 2.
Yeah, that very, very balanced attack.
On the other side, Hunter Connor was the main weapon for the Brewston Bulldogs, scoring 12 points tonight in this championship game. Ryan Rosenberger with 5. Lane Wilson also with 5. A couple other kids contributed to that scoring for Brewston. We see the presentation of the trophies out on the floor.
Basketball championship tournament, your Brewston Bulldogs.
Here come the Brewston Bulldogs. Receive their runner-up trophy. Nothing to hang their hats about, Steve. They did a wonderful job.
No, absolutely. These boys can be proud of the effort that they put forth here, and they take a nice looking piece of hardware back over to Brewston to put in the trophy case, and that'll be there every time they come back as they grow a little bit older each year. They can point that out and say, hey, I had a hand in that one. For our tournament director, Paul Martin, he's an administrator over at Central Preston, so it's a little bit of pride there for him.
Yeah.
I saw a couple high fives with the boys out there. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever, and Paul has done a great job stepping forward here to take the reins of this tournament, and they've got a good one in the making going forward.
Championship trophy of the Middle School Boys Basketball Championship, Central Preston Wildcats.
All right, the Wildcats take their championship trophy.
Regular season champs and postseason champs.
That's right.
Doesn't get any better than that.
Nope. Here comes the cheerleaders. They're going to get in also for this team picture. Nice job at the middle school level for all those young ladies and gentlemen. Coach Tony Haskell going to squeeze in, get a couple pictures taken. And that will conclude our coverage here of this first contest in the middle school championship, Steve.
But there's still more to come. And I got to say, before we break here, one other thing that's been great about the day, sausage, gravy, and biscuits.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
The hospitality has been great here in the castle. I'm recommending chicken and waffles for next year. But that's another story, and another story yet to be told. The second chapter will be the Middle School Girls Championship coming up next on Hometown TV. Don't miss it.
ATI Industries, located 10 miles east of Morgantown in Reedsville, West Virginia, is looking for driven, hard-working individuals to assist in our ever-growing business. Dedicated to leading the oil and gas industry in the inspection of drill string elements, downhole tools, casing, and rig handling equipment, ATI Industries has grown into one of the largest inspection companies in the Appalachian Basin. Servicing the greater West Virginia, Ohio, and Pennsylvania areas, ATI Industries has stayed committed to providing unsurpassed oilfield services with the highest standard of safety, reliability, and integrity to our employees, our community, and our customers. ATI Industries is located at 343 North Robertstone Way, right here in Reedsville, West Virginia. Come see us today.
The Transitional Care Program at Preston Memorial Hospital is an alternative for acute patients who need a little extra help before returning home. Services include physical, occupational, and speech therapy, patient and family education, personal care assistance, individualized care plans with daily activities, and 24-hour nursing care. Our team works to ensure a smooth return to independent living. For more information on the Transitional Care Program at Preston Memorial Hospital, visit us online or call 304-791-3733.
Brown's Mill Grocery invites you to stop by for anything you might need. If you're looking for a quick bite, Brown's Mill has buffet-style pizza, fresh subs, and cold drinks. Fill up your tank and your car's tank, too, with quality gasoline. Snacks, cold drinks, gasoline, anything you might need, you'll find at Brown's Mill Grocery. Brown's Mill Grocery at the corner of the Dogtown Road and Route 92. We look forward to seeing you soon at Brown's Mill Grocery.
Happy New Year! Kent and Melissa with Delano's Furniture and Mattress. Celebrate the new year with us by saving big on our double-sided made in West Virginia mattress sets.
Yesterday's quality meets today's technology. A mattress you can flip. It'll last you year after year. Come experience the Delano's difference.
The Delano's difference. The Delano's difference.
We also have adjustable beds.
From humble beginnings, Stone Paving has emerged as one of the premier paving companies in the region. Stone Paving has been doing business for nearly 20 years and provides asphalt paving services to residential, commercial, and highway customers. They're pre-qualified with the West Virginia Department of Highways and have a history of meeting the most demanding schedules. Stone Paving has equipment and personnel that can complete any project, and they're committed to providing quality service at a competitive price. When you're planning your next project, call Stone Paving.
We are just about set to get things back underway here in the castle as the Preston County Middle School Basketball Championships continue with the Girls Championship. Now, in the boys contest, we found out earlier that a Bulldog could not outlast a Wildcat, here in the castle at least. Now we're going to find out if a Wildcat can outrun a Bear. That's right, it's the Aurora Bears girls team versus the Central Preston Wildcat girls team coming up right here on the big floor. And as these teams warm up down below and get set to go, again, it's a big night, big afternoon for these young ladies as they have worked hard all season to get here and to be able to play on this floor. In some cases, their final contest at this level, and for some of them, they come in pretty wide-eyed as youngsters just getting their first taste of basketball here in the castle. Terry Cochran is with Chad Bishop, the head coach of the Aurora Bears, and we're going to go to them down on the floor right now.
All right, I'm down on the floor with Coach Bishop. We was talking earlier, it's your first time being interviewed after being a coach at the college level for several times. Nice to have you here. Championship game on the line today. Your Aurora Bears, first time we've seen the Aurora Bears here in a championship game in several years. So, Coach, how do you come out against this perennial powerhouse in Central Preston?
As I told the girls in the locker room, it's all about David and Goliath. We're playing a team at a school that's 10 times our size. So I want them to understand that the court's still the same. The basket's 10 feet from the floor, but we have to come out and play hard. Blood, sweat, and tears got us here, the hard working, and maintain our offense. That's what we got to do. And I think they're ready. I believe they're ready.
Coach, it appears on paper you've got a pretty good size advantage with your bigs down low. Are you going to try to force the ball down in a little deeper tonight?
No, last time we played Central, they doubled up our big girls up top, and it's going to come out to our guards. How our guards handle the ball out front, and if we can get the ball down low. But our girls are ready to shoot. So.
All right, Coach, glad to hear you have it on the telecast. Good luck in this game today.
All right, thank you.
All right, back to you, Steve.
Thank you, Terry, and good to hear from the coach that he's got his team prepared and ready for this one. We'll hear from Central Preston Wildcat girls head coach Paul Sines coming up at halftime, as Terry will have that interview for you. But looking down the roster here for the Bears, they are a deep and talented bench, and a group that Central Preston will have to have a lot of speed and tenacity to overcome. It should be a very, very interesting matchup here. Perhaps one of the better girls' championships in a couple of years, just owing to the fact that Aurora comes in here like their coach, a little bit of an unknown for us.
Yeah, that's right, Steve. Aurora comes in tonight in county play. They're 10-2. That is a great record for this Aurora team. And the Central Preston team in county, they come in only at 9-3. So, and these teams split during the regular season. So,
this game should come right down to who plays a little better at the guard position, I think.
Well, that's what Coach Bishop seemed to think, that it was going to be up to his guards to carry the day. And I was a little surprised, as I think you were, that he wasn't just going to go straight inside and try to take advantage of the size differential and the height that he has there. But I think it'll be a good mix. I think the most successful teams are a good mix of inside and outside play. And although I agree with him as far as coaching these girls, hey, the basket's still 10 feet from the floor, the foul line's still in the same place. One thing that's a little different that these teams run into here in the Castle is the size of the floor, the scope of the building. It's a little longer floor, it's a little wider, a little bigger than they're used to, and they'll have to mind their spacing and watch their shots.
Girls basketball tournament. Once again,
let's go to the floor now for the pregame
the
ceremonies.
Central Preston cheerleaders.
Now, one place where Central...
Tonight's matchup will feature the Central Preston Wildcats against the home team, Aurora Bears. On the hard court tonight for the Central Preston Wildcats, number 12, Anna Brown. Number 10, Lydia Schmidl. Number 2, Alexis Stebbing. Number 4, Addison 9. Number 11, Faye Horn. Number 13, Anna Zawoski. Number 20, Jalen Bishop. And now, your starting five. Number 21, Emma Burns. Number 22, Heather Hayes. Number 30, Delaney Myers. Number 32, Alana Wilson. And number 44, Kendall Stiles. Central Preston coached by head coach Paul Simon. And now let's meet the Aurora Bears. Number 20, Abigail Spade. Number 23, Cheyenne Roth. Number 1, Isabella Cordero. Number 3, Haley Casani. Number 44, Peyton Brumer. Ava Bishop. Number 15, Haley Simmons. And now, your starting five. Number 32, Ingrid Nelson. Number 45, Natalie Stemple. Number 5, Avery Adams. Number 10, Avery Goldbank. Number 41, Katie Coleman. Umpires for this afternoon's contest, John Riddle, Joe Blaney, and head referee, Dory Brand.
Okay, Steve, the second of 2 championship games ready to go here
in the castle.
Yes, indeed, Terry. Should be a fine competition here between these two squads. I started to say earlier, one place where Central takes and gives no quarter, they brought the best cheer squad today.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
they brought the only one. But a nice job done by the young ladies from Central Preston there.
All right, here we go, the matchup. The Aurora Bears, the Central Preston Wildcats. The Aurora Bears, the home team in white, they get the tip, and we're underway. Quickly, ball tipped out to Aurora. And they go into number 41, Colbank. Fight for the ball. Colbank with it. She goes down low. Good pass. As she finds number 10, Avery Colbank, wide open. The first 2 points are scored by the Aurora Bears. Pass tipped off of Heather Hayes. Out of bounds to Aurora. First turnover by Central Preston.
And again, I think that plays into the bigger floor and the spacing, and they were just a little off with the pass.
Come on, you got to pop, girls.
Now a turnover by Aurora. Down deep in the corner, shot taken. Rebound out of there, Colbank. Taller of all the players out on the floor this evening. She's got the size advantage against the Central Preston Wildcats. We'll see if they take advantage of that. Now a shot from deep outside. Go! Avery Colbank. She drills it.
Go, go, go!
Central Preston working around the perimeter now. A shot from outside by Delaney Myers. No good. Back comes Aurora across the timeline out front. That's Ingrid Nelson. And a block down deep. Tie up. Kendall Stiles with a nice block for Central Preston. And that went against Natalie Stemple. Possession error in favor of the Wildcats. Wow, the Aurora Bears in a full court press right now.
Yeah, they changed things up on every possession here, Terry, early.
Shot went up by Heather Hayes, misses the iron, out of bounds to Aurora. 5-0 in favor of the Aurora Bears here in the second championship game of the day at Central Preston.
All right, move. Now run.
Good stop by Central as they try to work to get a transition basket. But again, just a little off kilter there, trying to transition that ball into the front court.
Nice crowd on hand to watch this second game. Crowd's been fantastic today here at Preston High.
Yeah, we've seen a good group coming and going all day long here.
Shot taken by Central. Out of there comes Aurora. And a 30-second timeout called by Chad Bishop, coach of the Aurora Bears.
Yeah, he wants to talk things over with his squad, but right now they have it all their way with a 5-0 lead at the 3:06 mark. And Terry, you can see why he has confidence in his team. It's built around Colbank. She is very, very good on the boards and has a good presence inside, but also a capable ball handler. And he's got some hot shooting guards.
Yep, Avery Colbank so far with all the points for the Aurora Bears. She hit a triple and got a deuce in there. So all 5 points coming from Avery Colbank. She's got herself in good position to shoot. They're going to get the ball to her. They're looking for Katie Colbank. Now she's going to drive down on the baseline. Shot goes up.
Good job, girls.
Last off of the Aurora Bears. They had a couple good looks down low, Steve. This pressure bothering Central Preston right now. A missed layup down low from Lana Wilson.
That time they had the spacing right and they got past the press, but could not get the ball to fall.
Wilson set up down in the blocks, and she had a good look at it. Got it up on the boards, just didn't go.
And we got a little bump out there in the backcourt.
And they're going to call that personal against number 22, Heather Hayes. I believe her first personal. And only the first team foul in this game. Shot from deep. Go! Rattles off the front of the rim and drops in.
That one got a high bounce and a good roll there.
Another turnover, Central Preston. The Aurora Bears up 8-0. All from the hot shooting of Avery Colbank. She's trapped. I'm going to give the ball up. Ingrid Nelson drove right into 3 Wildcats, and they were all over the ball.
Yeah, she got herself in a little bit of a box there. Didn't really even get a chance to look for any help that might have come her way, and got tied up, turned it over.
That came at the 1:47 mark here in the first period. They get it down on the blocks. A shot from deep. Good! Quick shot up by number 30, Delaney Myers. They needed that to get in this game. 8-3 in favor of the Bears.
Well, they did, and Central now can take a breath and say to themselves, okay, we're on the board. We just got to work a little harder now on defense, get a couple stops, and we're right back where we need to be.
Well, that was a nice quick shot by Delaney Myers. She caught it, and it went straight to the hoop.
Yeah, good recognition by Myers on that one to see the opening there and go ahead and make the decision to take it without hesitation.
Katie Colbank drives the baseline. She must have stepped on the out-of-bounds line. John Gribble tags her. She wasn't real happy with that call.
Well, they turn it back over, but then the Bears get tied up once again. So Central gets possession of the ball back and comes into the front court. Just over a minute to go here in the first period.
Oh, big block down low by Colbank. They found Myers wide open on the baseline, but she just came out of nowhere and tipped that ball out. Back come the Bears.
Inside a minute to go here.
They get it down to Colbank. She's down deep, and she will go to the line. Well, they found her down low on the left-hand block, Steve, and she wasn't going to be denied.
No, and she knew she had the contact there, could feel the foul coming, and was able to get the ball up on the rim. Not quite able to make it, but she gets to the line. And her first free throw just a little bit strong.
Substitutions in the game for Aurora. Natalie Stemple will take a seat. And it looks like Ava Bischoff in the game now.
One or two from the free throw line, and Central Preston goes back to work.
But Myers right back. It's good from deep. She tickles the silk.
And that makes it a one-possession contest again. So Central able to climb right back in here before this final minute expires in the first period.
They're going to tag Hannah Bram on the far side with a grab. Her first personal. Third team foul. Oh, Colbank drives in. She's going to go back to the line. She knew just what to do with that ball. Once it got into her, she just took off right for the basket. That personal will go against Delaney Myers. I've got her, that's her first personal. Fourth team foul.
And no fouls yet for the Bears.
2 for 4 from the charity stripe for Katie Colbank. 10-6. We're going to get a travel call against Central Preston.
And that comes with 10 seconds on the clock, so Aurora has time here. Let's see what they can do with the ball.
Ingrid Nelson gets it up quick. Shot taken, no good. And that will end the first period of play.
All right, well, it's a hard-fought 10-6 contest here in the Castle as they wage back and forth up and down the court here. We take a break for these messages, and we'll be back for the start of the second period right after this.
Ed B, do you know why I stopped you? Well, your sticker is dead, wires are coming out of your tires, and I heard your brakes squealing from way back yonder. You need to get to the tire ladies, get in alignment, get the brakes put on this thing, get it inspected, and while you're there, you might as well get your oil changed. And if you don't, next time I see you, you're getting a ticket. Barney, put that bullet away.
Rainbow Tire, the tire lady takes care of me.
Become part of the family at Preston Family Pharmacy. It's not just their name, it's their philosophy. They treat you like family.
Whether you've just left the hospital or a routine checkup, make Preston Family Pharmacy your neighborhood pharmacy your next stop. The friendly professional staff at Preston Family Pharmacy will make sure that you get the time and attention you deserve for all your pharmacy needs. Preston Family Pharmacy is currently accepting all patients.
Preston Family Pharmacy, Route 7 across from Walmart, Kingwood. They'll take care of you like family.
Happy New Year! Kent and Melissa with Delano's Furniture and Mattress. Celebrate the new year with us by saving big on our double-sided made in West Virginia mattress sets.
Yesterday's quality meets today's technology. A mattress you can flip. It'll last you year after year. Come experience the Delano's difference.
The Delano's difference. The Delano's difference.
We also have adjustable beds.
ATI Industries, located 10 miles east of Morgantown in Reedsville, West Virginia, is looking for driven, hard-working individuals to assist in our ever-growing business. Dedicated to leading the oil and gas industry in the inspection of drill string elements, downhole tools, casing, and rig handling equipment, ATI Industries has grown into one of the largest inspection companies in the Appalachian Basin. Servicing the greater West Virginia, Ohio, and Pennsylvania areas, ATI Industries has stayed committed to providing unsurpassed oilfield services with the highest standard of safety, reliability, and integrity to our employees, our community, and our customers. ATI Industries is located at 343 North Robertstone Way, right here in Reedsville, West Virginia. Come see us today.
Preston Memorial Hospital offers 4 locations in Preston County to complete your laboratory tests. Our friendly, qualified staff is happy to serve you in Kingwood, Reedsville, Fellowsville, and now our newest location in Brewston Mills at the Brewston Mills Medical Center, where no appointment is necessary as walk-ins are welcome on Mondays from 7 to 5, Tuesdays through Thursday from 7 to 3:30, and 7 to 11 on Fridays. For directions or questions, give us a call at 304-379-1103.
Brown's Mill Grocery invites you to stop by for anything you might need. If you're looking for a quick bite, Brown's Mill has buffet-style pizza, fresh subs, and cold drinks. Fill up your tank and your car's tank, too, with quality gasoline. Snacks, cold drinks, gasoline, anything you might need, you'll find at Brown's Mill Grocery. Brown's Mill Grocery at the corner of the Dogtown Road and Route 92. We look forward to seeing you soon at Brown's Mill Grocery.
Here we go for quarter number 2, the girls' championship, Preston County Middle School basketball action, and the Aurora Bears with a 10-6 advantage right now over the Central Preston Wildcats, but anything can happen in a contest like this as they have battled up and down the big court here in the castle on a beautiful February afternoon. And it'll be the Bears who have the ball to start the second period. So let's see what they can do with it.
Avery Colbank inbounds the ball on the far sidelines, and she so far is the leading scorer for the Bears. But a nice little floater up, no good. Central out of there with the rebound. They drive it up the floor. Now a shot up with the left hand, high off the rim. That came from Kendall Stiles. Down at the other end, a streaking Haley Simmons will go to the line as she is fouled. See who the call goes against. 32, which would be Alana Wilson. Her first personal.
And I'll tell you what, Colbank did a masterful job cleaning the boards off down there, and she threw a pinpoint pass right down the middle of the court here.
Big putback by Katie Colbank. Stretches that lead out to 12-6. Another steal by Colbank. Pushes it up hard. Up on the glass. Good! Katie Colbank, coast to coast. Steve, she worked that ball up floor with tremendous skill that time.
Well, she did. She's got the advantage size-wise on the inside, can rebound extremely well, but she runs the floor like a point guard. When she gets going, she can take it coast to coast, but she's always also got her head on a swivel looking for an open player. So she's really bringing the A game here into the castle. Fans are loving watching her, and you can bet with this kind of talent, fans are going to be watching her in the castle for some time to come.
I think so too. I bet you Coach Brian Miller will be watching this saying, I like that.
Well, you know, Katie's an 8th grader, so she's going to transition nicely into playing on this floor. Either freshman or JV ball coming up, not that many months going forward. And that girls program this year has been up and down just a little bit at the varsity level, but got to give kudos to the JV. They got it rolling 19-1 on the season. So she's going to step into a situation where she can have an impact on a team that's already very good.
Okay, Aurora has went to a box and one as they are putting pressure on Delaney Myers. Pretty good defense for a middle school team to play, Steve, a box and one. That would get a run out the other way, and Heather Hayes couldn't handle the pass.
And Terry, again, I think it's the size and length of this floor in the castle that is kind of messing with Central Preston's spacing a little bit. and caused them to make those mistakes.
Good passing by the Aurora Bears around the perimeter. Now a drive by Avery Adams. And a call goes against Central Preston. That goes against the reach-in foul on Emma Burns, her first personal. 16 foul, though. Now we got a wide open Colebank. Oh, off the side of the rim. Looked good from deep down on the baseline. Tie-up ensues, and it'll be out to Central Preston. 14-6 with 4:08 remaining. Shot from the baseline, no good. Colebank with the rebound. That's Avery Colebank. Ingrid Nelson out front. She's going to be a good little point guard. She drives to the hole, gets her shot partially blocked. Good ball handler for the Aurora Bears.
All right, Central gets a chance to get into their half-court offense here. Waste no time in getting a three up in the air, but Emma Burns can't quite get it to drop.
Back to Delaney Myers. Now Hayes drives with the ball. She'll have to back out. They're playing that box and one as they've got Avery Adams all over Delaney Myers. Everybody else playing zone. Now a shot from deep from Alana Wilson did not drop. A fight for the ball, and they're going to say out on the Aurora Bears. So the Wildcats will retain possession under their own basket. They need to get something to drop right now, Steve, to get back in this game before halftime.
Yeah, just 2:52 remaining before the half. And Central working it, wants to go down inside. Can't get an open passing lane. Forced to take an outside shot that won't drop. And the Bears in traffic here, bringing it up.
Colebank couldn't get the shot to go, and Central Preston comes out with the rebound in transition. A floater up on the deck, no good. That shot taken by Emma Burns. And a timeout on the floor with the Aurora Bears leading by a score of 14-6.
Terry, it would behoove Central to maybe change the offense that they're playing just a little bit to try and get somebody open on the backside, get somebody that can cut to the basket and get an open layup. They're struggling a little bit from distance to put this ball in the basket. And unfortunately, a couple of open run-outs that they've had, they've missed layups at critical points, or this game would be much, much closer right now. So they're giving it a good effort. But again, I think the Bears have adjusted to the floor here in the Castle a little bit better.
Oh, there's a great shot of the crowd. Having a good time here today.
Maybe the youngest fan in attendance today here.
Okay, Chad Bischoff. He was really animated in the Bears huddle. Now Central comes out with a little press of their own to try to maybe get some turnovers against the Aurora Bears.
Well, the Bears got to 14, and then the offense kind of got a little bit stagnant, and they turn it over again here. So Central's defensive strategy is working.
Oh, they find wide open under the rim, no good. And then a hard foul taken. Katie Colebank says, no more of that. That's going to put Emma Burns to the line. She had a point-blank layup, and it just did not go.
Maybe just a little bit too open right there. She got a little wide-eyed at that. Put it up just a little bit strong.
Now she goes to the line.
Second one up and good.
That's only their first point in this second period. That's truly unusual for a Wildcat team. Now a steal and a run out the other way. Burns going to take it into the hole, lays it up on the boards. Good. Coast to coast, Emma Burns. That was all set up with pressure from the Wildcats. Now on the other end, Katie Colbank goes strong to the basket.
1:17 on the clock. Colbank with a chance at a second here. And that free throw, a little strong.
Oh, they're going to call an offensive foul on Katie Colbank. Said she pushed off as she went into the basket.
Well, Central gets a little more life here with minute 8 on a turning clock in the first half as they try to creep a bit closer.
Shot from outside, too strong. Ball off of one of the Wildcats. I believe that was Hannah Bram. They say it was off of Aurora, so Central Preston retains it. Well, they had a wide open. Couple shots and a big block under there by Colbank. They had their opportunities, and they can't get the shots to fall right now, Steve.
Yeah, Colbank saved the day there with that block as Central Preston just continued to rain second and third opportunity shots up on the rim, get them to bounce around, but they won't drop into the net.
So now we see Ingrid Nelson to the line. That was the 8th team foul on Central Preston. 1-on-1 opportunity, no good. But Aurora somehow retains the ball under their own basket. Trying to find Colbank. They do get it into Colbank. Tipped out of her hands by Delaney Myers. Back into Colbank. And they get a travel call against Colbank. Little hop, skip, and a jump.
So 25 seconds remaining here in this first half.
Then we'll get this.
Aurora runs back down here and decides they're going to press.
Good strategy by Aurora. Make it difficult to get the ball up the floor with time running out. That was a good rebound by Emma Burns that time. Quickly put it back up on the backboard and goes to the line. She was fouled by Avery Adams, her second personal. Only the third team foul for Aurora in this half. Emma good from the charity stripe. Makes it a 15-10 lead for Aurora, and she can close the gap to 4. And does. Now only a 4-point game. Advantage Aurora Bears. Time running out. Last second shot. Up and short. So that's going to end the half, Steve, with the Aurora Bears.
Central able to get on a little bit of a run there, Terry, at the end. They get it back to a 4-point contest, and that, I think, is going to be something that the Bears are going to have to struggle with a little bit in the locker room. They came out like a house on fire. But Central, to their credit, maintained their composure, got back in this at the half. So 15-11, your halftime score, Preston County Middle School Basketball Championship action when we come back.
Become part of the family at Preston Family Pharmacy. It's not just their name, it's their philosophy. They treat you like family.
Whether you've just left the hospital or a routine checkup, make Preston Family Pharmacy your neighborhood pharmacy your next stop. The friendly professional staff at Preston Family Pharmacy will make sure that you get the time and attention you deserve for all your pharmacy needs. Preston Family Pharmacy is currently accepting all patients.
Preston Family Pharmacy, Route 7 across from Walmart, Kingwood. They'll take care of you like family.
Ed B, do you know why I stopped you? Well, your sticker is dead. Why? Ed B, do you know why I stopped you? Well, your sticker is dead. Wires are coming out of your tires, and I heard your brakes squealing from way back yonder. You need to get to the tire ladies, get in alignment, get the brakes put on this thing, get it inspected, and while you're there, you might as well get your oil changed. And if you don't, next time I see you, you're getting a ticket. Barney, put that bullet away.
Rainbow Tire, the tire lady takes care of me.
Become part of the family at Preston Family Pharmacy. It's not just their name, it's their philosophy. They treat you like family.
Whether you've just left the hospital or a routine checkup, make Preston Family Pharmacy your neighborhood pharmacy your next stop. The friendly professional staff at Preston Family Pharmacy will make sure that you get the time and attention you deserve for all your pharmacy needs. Preston Family Pharmacy is currently accepting all patients.
Preston Family Pharmacy, Route 7 across from Walmart, Kingwood. They'll take care of you like family.
Happy New Year! Kent and Melissa with Delano's Furniture and Mattress. Celebrate the new year with us by saving big on our double-sided made in West Virginia mattress sets.
Yesterday's quality meets today's technology. A mattress you can flip. It'll last you year after year. Come experience the Delano's difference.
The Delano's difference. The Delano's difference.
We also have adjustable beds.
ATI Industries, located 10 miles east of Morgantown in Reedsville, West Virginia, is looking for driven, hard-working individuals to assist in our ever-growing business. Dedicated to leading the oil and gas industry in the inspection of drill string elements, downhole tools, casing, and rig handling equipment, ATI Industries has grown into one of the largest inspection companies in the Appalachian Basin. Servicing the greater West Virginia, Ohio, and Pennsylvania areas, ATI Industries has stayed committed to providing unsurpassed oilfield services with the highest standard of safety, reliability, and integrity to our employees, our community, and our customers. ATI Industries is located at 343 North Robertstone Way, right here in Reedsville, West Virginia. Come see us today. All right, Steve, we're back in for the skills competition for the boys championship, and this is really going to be exciting. We see they'll go through the cones like we saw the girls do. They'll take a shot down at the far end into the hoop, then a free throw, and then race to the other end, put up a layup, and we'll see who can come up with the best time. Here we go. We're underway. Into the hole, good. Now the free throw. Just did not get it down in. That's
And the
two.
free throw shooting is what has given every contestant a little issue here in the skills competition finals today.
We watched these guys in the preliminaries. They didn't miss. They were.
No, they burned it up. They used up all their good shots. It's a little nerve-wracking in front of the crowd, and for all the marbles here.
Finally gets it to drop in. I'm sure he's a little disappointed in that. That's okay. He got it to the finals. Yeah, good layup. I watched this young man. He burnt the floor up in the preliminaries from Aurora.
And our final competitor from Aurora, 6th grader, Caden Bechtel.
Bechtel, only a 6th grader, Steve. Now you watch him get up and down the floor.
Yeah, and his time to beat here is 1 minute and 8 seconds and change.
Here he goes. He is quick.
Nice job through the cones. Comes down, makes a pass, puts it right in the hoop. And now free throw shooting. The bane of everybody's existence here in this game. That's why they call it a skills competition.
Yeah.
Oh, that one had promise.
And he finally gets it to drop. All he's got to do is get to the other end now, and you can see his speed.
Got to make the layup. Comes in.
Misses.
Oh, put back from the opposite side. Up and good, and I think it's safe to say he's going to take the championship here.
I do believe.
37:03. Even with the misses, that's pretty doggone good.
Yeah.
I don't think I could get down this floor in 37 seconds.
He was error-free in the preliminaries. He was first place coming in. And I think he did that in, I don't know, 25 seconds or something.
Yeah, well, like we said, the free throw shooting is why they call it a skills competition. But he'll take the trophy for the skills competition back to Aurora. Nice job done there in that part of the contest. And now we come to what they like to refer to as two-ball. And this is an interesting competition here. Some teamwork required in this. It's 2 players. It's a variety of shots from different places on the floor. A variety of skills and teamwork required to be successful here.
Okay. In this competition, two young men will start out, and the team that puts in the most shots from different points on the floor will win the competition. So we got a couple young men from Aurora. Looks like a couple young men from East Preston, Terrata.
It'll be the Eagles versus the Bears here.
Competitors ready.
And we are ready to go. We're going to see a long shot taken first from the Aurora Bears, half court. It's up and too strong. All right, back the other side. The Aurora Bears are going to just take it short, get some points up. Both players. Now we go back to the foul line. Both teams, there's a shot from 3. Down at the other end, East Preston, we'll see them take up the shot. There's a nice 3-point shot taken. Time running down. Aurora forcing up some more shots. We'll go back down the Central Preston side, or the Aurora side, see how that's going. There's a big shot taken. Another long shot taken by the Aurora team. Back the other side, we're going to see what happens on that end as time runs out. And that's the end of the contest. So we'll have to tally up the points. Should have had a split screen maybe up that time, Steve. We could have seen both sides.
Hard to keep up with exactly what's going on both ends of the floor. But a nice job by both of these teams and representing their respective schools at Aurora and East Preston here on championship day in the castle.
A close two-ball competition between the boys today. With a score of 33, East Preston, Sam Donnelly and Stephen Felton in second place. And with a score of 36, Aurora, Andrew Carter and Lee Newberg.
All right, the Aurora team pulls it out, Steve.
36-33, a close two-ball contest in the skills competition here, kind of like All-Star Weekend in the castle. But fun for all these players and big smiles all the way around. Nice hand from the crowd. And one more break from us before we come back for second half action, the final game of the day here in the castle. The girls will be back to start the third period after this.
ATI Industries, located 10 miles east of Morgantown in Reedsville, West Virginia, is looking for driven, hard-working individuals to assist in our ever-growing business. Dedicated to leading the oil and gas industry in the inspection of drill string elements, downhole tools, casing, and rig handling equipment, ATI Industries has grown into one of the largest inspection companies in the Appalachian Basin. Servicing the greater West Virginia, Ohio, and Pennsylvania areas, ATI Industries has stayed committed to providing unsurpassed oilfield services with the highest standard of safety, reliability, and integrity to our employees, our community, and our customers. ATI Industries is located at 343 North Robertstone Way, right here in Reedsville, West Virginia. Come see us today.
The Transitional Care Program at Preston Memorial Hospital is an alternative for acute patients who need a little extra help before returning home. Services include physical, occupational, and speech therapy, patient and family education, personal care assistance, individualized care plans with daily activities, and 24-hour nursing care. Our team works to ensure a smooth return to independent living. For more information on the Transitional Care Program at Preston Memorial Hospital, visit us online or call 304-791-3733.
Back in the castle, second half action imminent, and Terry Cochran is on the floor with head coach Paul Sines from Central Preston, and we're going down there right now.
Coach Sines, you're down at half 15-11 over a really good Aurora team. Their bigs bothering you a little bit, and maybe the pressure.
A little bit on it, a little pressure on it, a little nervous coming out to the third game onto it. Goldrink's a big girl inside. We're trying to deny the ball with because when she gets in, she finishes her. And we're just missing too many easy shots underneath the basket. So we're going to keep attacking and see what happens in the second half when we can pull it out.
I saw the Aurora coach come out with a box and one on Delaney Myers. Haven't seen that in the girls' competitions.
Well, we knew that was going to happen with Delaney because she did it a little bit in the first game we played on them, and we told Delaney it was going to happen. So we got a couple wrinkles up her sleeve to see what happens with it.
Well, you closed the gap right before halftime. Let's see what you can do.
Yep, thank you.
All right, back to you, Steve.
Thank you, Terry. And action getting set to ensue here as they get ready to put third quarter play underway. The officials out there with the ball and calling for both teams. Wildcats on the floor now will own the ball to start third quarter play. And a shot up quick doesn't fall. But we get a whistle and a foul.
Yeah, quickly they get Ingrid Nelson with her personal. It's only her first. Central with a shot, a little short. But she drills it the second time, just inside the three-point line. Good job by Emma Burns. Start out scoring here in the third period. Yeah, they're going to get a foul on Hannah Burns for a block. That's her second.
All right, Aurora got a little sluggish at the end of the half.
Now a turnover, Central Preston's Burns drives in, misses the layup. Tie up, and it goes back to Aurora. Burns had a clean look, driving hard to the hole, just couldn't get it to stick in the basket. 15-13, 2-point game. Central with a lot of pressure, a shot up. Went up that time by Natalie Stemple. So now Aurora's going to come out with their own pressure, try to turn things around. This really bothered Central Preston in the first period, Steve.
Yeah, they're going to have to find a way to break through this press more effectively, and it's still giving them some trouble right there. The pass mishandled, out of bounds, right in front of the Aurora bench.
Yeah, Stiles tried to get it in over to Emma Burns. And
now the pressure forced another turnover, and the turnover leads to a shot from deep in the corner.
Another rebound by Colbank up on the glass, and they're going to score it. Way to stick with it that time, Katie Colbank.
And she's rewarded with the and one here. So she'll get a chance to make it a three-point play the old-fashioned way. And in and out.
That's the third personal foul on Kendall Stiles for Central Preston, so she's going to have to be careful. That time they catch, looks like Avery Adams, her third personal. Second attempt up by Central, no good. Finally out of there, Avery Adams comes down with the rebound. She's guarded closely by Hannah Brand. Now a turnover as Nelson was looking for Haley Simmons, and a little miscommunication. All the way into the basket goes Katie Colbank, and she's going to go to the charity stripe. The fans don't really like that call, Steve. They didn't think that was enough contact.
No, they didn't, and Colbank continues to struggle here at the line just a little bit in the second half, missing the first opportunity. She'll have one more.
Gets that one to drop. The personal foul was on Delaney Myers, her second. Shot from the baseline, strong. Emma Burns was sure she was fouled, didn't get the call. A lot of pressure out front. Heather. Down deep, they got Colbank wide open.
Takes a couple of tries to get it there, but she gets that one home, and it's 20-14, or excuse me, 20-13.
A traveling call against Emma Burns. Turns it back over to Aurora. Hayes with pressure out front. Now a shot from the baseline. Go! Big time Avery Adams. Aurora starting to stretch their lead, 22-13 over Central Preston here in the finals.
Well, after the free throws and then the made basket on the next possession, Central started to pick up the pace a little bit, maybe just a little bit too much. They still have time if they are patient, but we get a takeaway mid-court and then a foul.
Yeah, Ingrid did a nice job. She took the ball away from Heather Hayes, and then she gets bumped and driven out of bounds by Burns, her third personal. Now they get it into Stemple. Hard screen set. Up on the glass, in and out. And a rebound, Central Preston. Boy, they were lucky that didn't drop through the hole.
Yeah, that was a pretty looking shot, but it did not fall. And Central able to run it back down the other way. Now they can set the half-court offense. They need a really good look here.
Good rebound, put back underneath. Just couldn't get the shot to go. Myers takes a shot. Back out front to Myers. Delaney Myers has been most of the offense for Central, but now Heather Hayes drills a three, tickles the silk. Closes the gap, 22-16. And a timeout, Aurora Bears.
Yeah, Coach Chad Bishop says he doesn't need any more of that. No matter what the Bears have tried to do here in this third period, Central Preston just will not fade. They will not go away. They haven't been able to get over the top here and get back to even or take a lead at any point, but they have stayed close. They've stayed within striking distance. And really, that is exactly what they need to do. If they're going to have probably one real good run left in their gas tank here in the fourth quarter, I really think the big floor is bothering them a little bit in terms of stamina. More so than the Aurora Bears. But the Bears are struggling to put the ball in the basket.
Ava Bischoff reports in the game for Aurora, along with Haley Simmons. And they're stacked out there as Avery Colbank will inbounds from the near sidelines with 1:49 remaining here in the third period.
But first, Coach Bishop is giving an earful to a couple of the officials. I'm not sure what he is upset about, but they are deep in conversation here.
What's Facebook saying?
Okay, now we're maybe questioning how many personal fouls someone has. We've got Avery Adams with 3. I'm not sure. I think the question was how many personals were on Avery Adams. All right, Aurora inbounds and a shot from the top of the key, partially blocked. Good defensive play by Hannah Bram and by Ava Bischoff. Ball out to Aurora. They get it into Colbank. Colbank down deep, and she's going to go back to the line. Good recognition by Avery Colbank. Kind of little give and go, Steve, as the Colbank girls work well down low.
the biggest difficulty that she's had and the only sore point in her game today, she's been a little cold at the free throw line, but she's corrected that right there.
Well, she was 5 for 10. Make it 6 for 11 from the charity stripe. Kendall Stiles goes cross court as Burns took a shot from deep, didn't go. Now we'll see what the call is as Dory comes over. We'll call Avery Colbank with a personal foul. That's only her second. She's still not in foul trouble yet. Fight for the rebound underneath, a tie-up. Looks like call's going to go against Avery Adams, her 4th personal. So she's going to have to come out of the ball game.
Well, the Aurora bench is getting a little active now.
We got Peyton Rumor in the ball game. Rebound Colbank, and back up the floor comes the center. She's under a lot of pressure. Now back into Aurora, and a steal by Central Preston. Run out the other way. On the glass, just too hard, and she goes down on the floor. She's hurt.
Yeah, that was a hard contact there.
That was Alana Wilson. She gets up. She's all game. She got up, went to the charity stripe. Turned that ankle a bit. Now discussion out here court as a timeout was called on Wilson over on the sidelines. Look at the crowd here at the Castle today.
Nice group of fans out.
Yeah. Big crowd.
Hope we can keep that going next season at both the middle schools and at the high school level. Looking for a resurgence in basketball here in Preston County, and obviously some real talent out here on the floor, putting a show of their skills on today in this championship round for the middle school. But the future is pretty bright, I think, in Preston County.
Chad Bischoff doing a nice job with this Aurora team. He coached at the small college level. He ended up up at Waynesburg, and then he came home to coach middle school. He's from Aurora. His family's from Aurora, so he's back, hometown boy, helping out his Aurora Bears.
Free throw up and good for Central's 17th point.
You can tell she's really struggling. She turned that ankle. Tried to get it down to Colbank. A steal and a personal foul is going to go against 32 in white. That's Ingrid Nelson. I believe that's only her second personal. We'll wait and see what the official scoring shows. But that's the 7th team foul. We'll put Central Preston to the line for the 1-on-1, Steve.
Just 44 seconds remaining here in this third period. For Central, getting to the line and getting that clock stopped is the way back in, if they can make free throws just like that.
Job by Emma Burns. Still a lot of time remaining. 1 full quarter to go for the Wildcats to make a comeback. A block down on the sidelines. Big block. Delaney Myers. I will have none of it.
And we get a hold before the ball can enter in. Called by head referee Joe Blaney.
Called that on Thorne in the game for Central Preston. Ingrid Nelson with the ball, looks down low, she's wide open. What a pass, what a shot. Beautiful entry pass by Nelson to Colbank.
That's exactly how the coach wants it done.
And a block on the other end. Katie Colbank, she's fired up for the Aurora Bears.
You have to rebound. You're down low.
26-20. Plenty of time. Still only a 6-point lead by the Aurora Bears. Couple big shots from the outside. This game's tied. We know Central can fire them up from the outside. Now a shot goes up off the back iron. Colbank out of there with the rebound. She's going to bring it across the timeline herself. Launches one towards the basket at the time, at the end of the quarter. Doesn't go. So the Aurora Bears will keep that 6-point lead, 26-20. And we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with the final period right after this.
Tires are coming out of your tires, and I heard your brakes squealing from way back yonder. You need to get to the tire ladies. Get in alignment, get the brakes put on this thing, get it inspected, and while you're there, you might as well get your oil changed. And if you don't, next time I see you, you're getting a ticket. Barney, put that bullet away.
Rainbow Tire, the tire lady takes care of me.
Preston Memorial Hospital offers 4 locations in Preston County to complete your laboratory tests. Our friendly, qualified staff is happy to serve you in Kingwood, Reedsville, Fellowsville, and now our newest location in Brewston Mills at the Brewston Mills Medical Center, where no appointment is necessary as walk-ins are welcome on Mondays from 7 to 5, Tuesdays through Thursday from 7 to 3:30, and 7 to 11 on Fridays. For directions or questions, give us a call at 304-379-1103.
ATI Industries, located 10 miles east of Morgantown in Reedsville, West Virginia, is looking for driven, hard-working individuals to assist in our ever-growing business. Dedicated to leading the oil and gas industry in the inspection of drill string elements, downhole tools, casing, and rig handling equipment, ATI Industries has grown into one of the largest inspection companies in the Appalachian Basin. Servicing the greater West Virginia, Ohio, and Pennsylvania areas, ATI Industries has stayed committed to providing unsurpassed oilfield services with the highest standard of safety, reliability, and integrity to our employees, our community, and our customers. ATI Industries is located at 343 North Robertstone Way, right here in Reedsville, West Virginia. Come see us today. The Aurora Bears up 26-20.
This is an entertaining, hard-fought contest going up and down the floor here. And the Aurora Bears out in front, but struggling a little bit to score the ball. Meanwhile, Central Preston has crept back in with good free throw shooting and creating opportunities to get to the line, where in the first half they really only got fouled a couple of times. But I think the story of the day has to be Katie Colbank. She has taken control of this game in the tough moments for her Aurora Bear squad. And on that last possession of the quarter there, she took it on the run, dead run out of the air, ran it down and nearly put one in from way downtown.
Wildcats trying to insert a lot more pressure. A nice looking shot by Natalie Stemple, just was a little long. She had a good open look at the ball, at the basket.
But one and done is not what Coach Chad Bishop wants to see.
Pulls back in a 2-3. Central tries to get the ball in low, and now a scramble for the ball. Last touched by Avery Colbank, out to Central Preston. And now I think Coach Bischoff's going to take a timeout.
He has from the sidelines been imploring his team that they have got to rebound better. They've got to hit the boards. And he's going to reiterate that in the huddle, among other things. He knows how easily this 6-point lead can slip away. Still almost 5.5 minutes remaining in regulation in this contest. And for the Bears to bring home the championship trophy, they're going to have to overcome what I think is going to be the hardest push that Central Preston will bring to the court here over the course of the next 3.5 to 4 minutes. I think you'll see Central try to turn up the pressure even more defensively and try to come down here and score the ball, whether it's an inside move or kicking it back out for a 3-ball attempt.
This would be a huge turn of events if the Aurora Bears can take that huge trophy back and put it in their case back up on the mountain.
Well, they've led this one all the way, but Central Preston never says die. They never quit.
Nope. I get Avery Colbank with a slap on the wrist, and that's going to send Emma Burns to the line, and she's been pretty good there. She is 5 for 6 from the charity stripe tonight for Central Preston so far. Central Preston got outscored by the Aurora Bears 11-8 in that third period. And that's the difference in this game. Right now, it's 26-21. Here comes the Bears. Ingrid Nelson, quick little guard into the front court. Tried to get the ball down to Katie Colbank. It's swatted out of bounds. Will stay with the Aurora Bears. Trying to survive. They get it into Colbank. Tipped by Burns, out of bounds. Avery Adams will inbound, bring the ball in for the Bears. She gets it to Nelson. Nelson back out front. Try to get it into Colbank. She's swarmed by Central Preston players. Down on the other end, the shot goes up. Didn't drop. Nelson brings it back up. Colbank takes charge. A lot of pressure being put on by Central Preston's Hannah Bram, and they're going to get her with a personal foul with a little bump. That's her third. Ava Bischoff to the line, 1-on-1 situation. And she banks it home.
Tell Max he's got focus.
Cans both free throws. Now they're up 28-22. And Ava Bischoff will take a seat on the bench. Nelson's in the game for Aurora, along with Natalie Stemple at the guard position. They got Avery Adams back in the game. Shot from the baseline up. That's where Central Preston has really struggled, is from the three-point line. And they're normally pretty good from there, Steve.
Yeah, they turn it over here in traffic.
Good job by Natalie Stemple to dribble around the defense. Alana Wilson will be tagged with the personal foul. It's her second. And that's going to put Natalie Stemple to the line. Big free throw. Stretches that lead to 29-21.
The made free throw gets the fans into it here. She comes out 1 and 2, and Central got to pick up the pace now. And they take the ball straight to the rim.
Emma Burns up on the backboard. Scores it. Quick foul by Central Preston. Let's go put Stemple back to the line. Good again from the bank. The bank is open.
It is indeed, and she takes full advantage of it.
We got Hannah Bram with her fourth personal. Now we get lane violation?
I believe so.
All right, Central Preston down 30-23. Time running out here in the final period. They've got to really put a push. Get some shots up on the glass. Shot just a little strong by Kendall Stiles. Just would not go. Struggling from the three-point line. Heavy pressure being applied. And a steal by Alana Wilson. She takes it in, scores it for Central Preston. She gets the steal, drives it to the hole, gets it up on the backboard, through the net.
Cuts it to a 5-point lead at the 3-minute mark.
This isn't over yet by any means. 30-25. Substitutions by the Aurora coach.
Nelson back into the lineup.
Yeah,
he needs some ball handling and some rebounding, and he's imploring everybody as they're headed down to the scorer's bench, please go in there and rebound. The timeout, this time a full one, I believe. 2 minutes and 50 seconds up on the big board here in the Castle. Not much time remaining for either of these teams as we decide the Middle School Girls Championship for 2019. But this has been a really entertaining contest here, back and forth, Terry, on the day, as each of these teams has had their ups and downs and struggled to overcome whatever deficiency was present.
Well, we knew, Steve, this was going to be a close contest. They split in the regular season, so we were looking for a great championship game, and I think we've got it. 2:50 remaining, 29-25, almost a steal by Burns. Now she tips it. Official Joey Blaney tags Emma Burns with her 4th personal. And that sets Katie Colbank back to the line, where she's done a lot of damage tonight.
Well, she has. Initially started out shooting about 50% from the line. She's picked up the pace since then. Takes a deep breath here and drains one.
She's been to the line 12 times, 7 for 12. Central Preston fans wanted a foul. Shot goes up from 3 from Delaney Myers, and I believe she's going to get 3 free throws. So that could really tighten this up, Steve.
Yeah, a little bit off balance there. She got into some contact, had the presence of mind to go ahead and get that ball up on the rim and make it a shooting foul. Oh, and the first one dances around the rim and off the front.
She gets 2 of 3. That's pretty good.
30-27. It hasn't been a one-possession contest for quite some time.
They knew right where to go as they got the ball down in deep to Katie Colbank.
And Central had no choice there, Terry. They had to give the foul. More importantly, what they got done right there was big because they stopped the ball. They didn't let her get one up there and score it and go to the line. They're going to make her shoot 2.
But that's going to end the day for Emma Burns. She will leave with 5 personal fouls, and she's Central Preston's leading scorer. So where will they manufacture points here in the last 2 minutes and 24 seconds?
Well, that's the big trade-off. She steps in, gives the foul, stops the ball. And Colbank continues to struggle just a bit from the line. She's dipped back down below 50%.
(31-27). Shot off the glass, a fight for the rebound, and I think they are going to get Katie Colbank over the back. Yes. So that's going to put Hannah Bram to the line here with 2 minutes and 14 seconds.
Both teams with 10 fouls.
It's only Katie Colbank's 2nd foul, so she's not in trouble there. Hannah misses her first attempt. She'll get one more as both teams are in the extra bonus. All the shots will be 2 from here on out. This is back to 31-28. Floater from down on the baseline from Avery Colbank. She worked herself down there and put up a rainbow, and it dropped in. Blocking foul called on 5, Avery Adams, and I believe that's going to end her night, if my scoring is correct. Avery Adams will be out. She has played a great ball game, only scoring 2 points, but wow, was she good on defense, Steve.
Yeah, and attrition for both teams here, owing to fouls.
It's going to come down to free throw shooting. .30. Up the floor comes Colbank. She's going to work her way down, take up a hook shot off the rim, and a blocking foul.
That's going to send her back to the line to shoot once again with 1:44 left.
And that was against Hannah Bram, and that's her 5th personal. She'll leave the game. So now 2 Central Preston girls have left the game, have fouled out. That's going to bring in Thorne in replace of Hannah Bram. They have worked hard underneath against Katie Colbank. She's just so strong and physical down there, Steve. It's taking the toll on the Central Preston Wildcats. But she misses her first free throw attempt.
Bram was emotional coming off the floor, not how she wanted her career at Central to end.
Missed both free throw attempts. Now a call from the sidelines from John Gribble. Oh, a reaching foul goes against Katie Colbank. That's her 3rd personal. Puts a little number 11, Faye Thorne, to the line. And tighten this game up.
A miss on the first, but she'll have one more coming. And if she gets it to 2, that'll be the smallest lead for Aurora since the first period.
Off the bank. 2-point game. Central Preston fought their way back in. Time running out. Lots of pressure. And a call comes in from the far sidelines. And they're going to get 31, I believe, or 32 with a push.
And I'll tell you what, Central standing their ground pretty strong there, playing a tight pressure defense with a couple of their best defenders fouled out and sitting on the bench.
Big free throw from Ingrid Nelson. Pressure shot from the charity stripe. Misses the second, but a putback. It's in! Avery Colbank.
Now that ball is going to belong to Central. And a timeout called in the action as Coach Paul Sines wants to get his crew over here and settle their nerves a little bit. 1:18 remaining and change on the big board as these two teams come down to the wire, locked in a battle here that has been a good one all the way.
1 minute, 18 seconds. All that's left in a power-packed championship game between the Aurora Bears and the Central Preston Wildcats.
And as good as the boys' game was for the championship, and it was a good contest, I think we got to give the girls the entertainment trophy tonight.
Myers with it, finally gets it in. And big rebound. Of course, it's Colbank. Now pushing the ball over the timeline is Nelson. Nelson streaks to the hole, up on the glass. Doesn't go. Kendall Stiles down with the rebound for Central Preston. Time running out. They're going to have to get a shot up. No good. Stiles with the rebound and the putback. Another big rebound by Aurora's Colbank. And she finds down at the other end Nelson. And they say the ball came off of Nelson, so Central Preston will have it with 38 ticks.
This is a must-have possession for the Wildcats.
Tipped out of bounds by Katie Colbank on the far side. Central has got to get the ball up quickly. They're going to have to take a three. Now there it goes, in and out. One more shot at it. And a foul called with 26 seconds as Heather Hayes took a long shot from deep and gets fouled and goes to the line. And a timeout, Central Preston, with 26 seconds left.
Yeah, that was an interesting exchange back and forth there with Central coming down, having the ball knocked away, having to inbound it, looking for a quick shot up there to leave some time in which to work on the clock. Finally, getting a takeaway after Aurora seemingly came down with the ball and then getting the foul on that putback shot. Fortunate turn of events for the Wildcats here as again they get the opportunity to put points on the board without turning clock.
And there will be 3 shots here for Heather Hayes.
Deep breath for Hayes, and that one off the back of the iron, just a little strong.
Somehow Central comes out of there. Hayes is going to take a deep 3. Oh, almost. Just off the back of the iron. Colbank out of there with it. Hayes gets the steal and a scramble. The ball on the floor. Bodies everywhere. Finally, they call the tie-up. Over to Aurora. Timeout, Aurora Bears.
And this crowd is going wild, Terry. I'm not sure about the possession. All I can tell you is it looked like a first down.
Yes. It was a mad scramble. There was no doubt
Awful
about
long
that.
time went by there with the ball on the floor and bodies going every which way. And then finally the whistle comes and 6.9 seconds on the clock now.
Chad Bishop and his assistant coach Kerry Colbank in the huddle. They're just ecstatic right now.
Coach Chad Bishop sports the clean-shaven look on top, and he'd be pulling his hair out if he had any up there. So that was probably a good move.
All right, they're stacked up.
All they got to do is get the ball in. They throw it deep down the floor. 6 seconds. Stiles gets it to Hayes. And the Aurora Bears are going to win the championship of the middle school division.
All right, and they do it in fine fashion and with some style to boot, but a 36-31 victory as they hold off a hard-charging Central Preston Wildcat squad to give the Bears the first girls championship in quite a few years, Terry. They're going to take home a trophy that is going to have a proud place over there at the Aurora School.
That one will fit well in the trophy case against a good Central Preston team.
Yeah, this game featured talent on both ends of the floor. I think you've got to give kudos to Coach Bishop for doing a good job using the talent that he had well. And as these teams get ready for the presentation of the regular season championship and the championship trophy.
I'm going to run down some numbers real quick for the Aurora Bears. Katie Colbank, our leading scorer, she led all scorers tonight with a total of 18 points. Right behind her was Avery Colbank. She scores 12. So we got 18 and 12 by the Colbanks. The rest of the team came in with 2, 1, 1, 2. On the other side, Emma Burns led the scoring, and she fouls out for Central Preston with only about 2 minutes left in the game as we watched the Aurora Bears as they won the regular season championship also. Emma Burns had 12. Delaney Myers right there with 10. Heather Hayes and Alana Wilson with 3 apiece. Faye Thorne and Hannah Bram just with 1.
Congratulations to the Aurora Bears for the best in the regular season. And now your runners-up for the 2019 Middle School Girls Preston County Tournament, the Central Preston Wildcats.
Central Preston, a little disappointed.
I'll tell you what, they have nothing to be
way.
ashamed of at all, Terry. They came out here and they gave one whale of a performance on the floor here in the castle today. Just when you thought that the Bears had them down and in a place where they couldn't possibly recover, they charged back and threatened to tie this game up. They had it close. They just couldn't quite pull it out. And they did that with a couple of their best players on the bench.
Yep, that's right. They lost 2 as Emma Burns and Hannah Bram both bowed out of the contest. But anyways, the Aurora Bears deservingly will take the tournament championship. Coach Chad Bishop and Kerry Colbank, along with his Aurora Bears, will win this championship in the middle school division.
And for Coach Bishop coming back to Aurora to take on this task of leading a youth team like this, it's got to be great to have this success right at the outset here. He's worked hard to bring this to fruition, and congratulations to him, but congratulations to all the players here who have been on the floor in the castle tonight. And the fans sure love it. We love it. More basketball yet to come next week here on Hometown TV. But this annual event, a big one and a milestone here as the Aurora Bears win it and take home the championship trophy.
By a score of 36-31. So that's going to end it for us for
Steve, Blake, and myself, Terry Cochran, and all the crew that helped out today. We can't thank them enough for all their help. Jeff Roy on camera, Danny Sims, our director, Rick Big Texan Walker. And that's going to end it for us here at the middle school championship. Steve, last thoughts.
Great crowd out here today. Great bunch of kids playing ball on the floor, well supported by friends, family, and the community. Doesn't get any better than that. They finally brought breakfast to the concession stand. I'm sorry. Sausage, gravy, and biscuits. Are you kidding me? Great improvement all the way around by everybody this year. We enjoyed it so much, and we are so happy that you tuned in to watch it here on Hometown TV as we take one final look at the victorious Bears and the crowd here in the castle. Terry and I say thank you and good night.